going on, everybody? What's happening? It's the Shake 'em guys. We back at it. At least the two of us are. Everybody else is, as you can see, is incapacitated. Cookie's over there getting refurbished. And where the hell Rock is, he's over there talking to somebody off of a cliff. I don't know.
On the jump.
Do a flip. You gotta jump, do a flip. Anyway, happy to be back on the web here, back on the tubes, bringing you some more entertainment. As you can see from the title, we're gonna talk a little bit about jealousy today, and we're gonna make it a quick show because, well, you know, we got stuff to do, and people got work to do. No, I do. About you guys, but hopefully you're at work and will listen to us while we do our thing, and we'll do our best to entertain you while we're having this conversation. And before we get further into it, what's up, Jay, man? What's going on?
What's happening, man? What's going on with you?
You know, it's tired, man. You know, just burning the candle at both ends, man. Working 7 days a week, man, and I can't even do some work right here.
That'll do it.
So, how are you, buddy?
I'm cool, man. Changed my name, man. I'm no longer going to be going by the world's greatest misogynist. I decided to take that off.
What happened?
And I'm going to drop that moniker.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, it's not for like because I've evolved or grown or anything like that. It's because I'm trying to go back into my career field and be a responsible adult. So I probably need to take that shit off. And
Really, I realize that ain't gonna be the way.
it's probably, you know, some hating ass broad in HR is gonna be like, misogynist. I can't hire him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going back.
Proud of that shit in corporate America.
Yeah, so since I'm going back into the real world, I gotta drop some of the monikers. So the rated R superstar remains, but the world's greatest misogynist has gotta go. I'm gonna replace it with OG Red Pill, or the Red Pill OG.
The Red Pill OG.
Yeah, I'm gonna let go of the world's greatest misogynist.
Okay. Well, you know, hey, that's what's up.
Again, it's not for growth. It's not that I've matured or anything like that, people. It's simply because I gotta go get that better money. So, in order to do that, I gotta let some shit go.
Totally understand, my friend. Totally understand.
There it is.
So, yeah. Everybody's trying to grow and get better. This is what we're about, you know? Doing the thing, and just one day at a time, everybody, one day at a time, man. Sometimes you gotta build it while you fly it and shit.
Facts. Big facts. In the spirit, though, in my eulogy to the world's greatest misogynist, to saying goodbye to that piece of myself, I'm gonna go out on a high note. I'm gonna go out on something that brought me great joy in current events.
Okay.
The Miss Get the Bag, Secure the Bag, your favorite punch bag and mine, well, second favorite punch bag, Michaela Pink. We talked about her before on a previous show. She was a level up guru here on YouTube. You can find her. Her name's Michaela Pink. She's trash. She was famous for telling women to do all sorts of deceitful acts in order to secure a high-value man. She's famous for telling women to lie about the number of children they have, lie about their age, lie about their ability to have children. Just lie, do whatever you gotta do to secure the bag. That's her go-to. She's a level-up coach, whatever that may be. And she was recently arrested for fraud.
And money laundering.
She allegedly scammed hundreds of thousands of dollars out of people, women, around the globe with some of her sales tactics and things of that nature. She's facing, I think they said, up to 43 years in prison. Of course, we know she's not going to get that much time, but she's facing up to 43 years in prison. So, like I said, in the spirit of saying goodbye to the world's greatest misogynist, knowing that this chick who tells women, lie to women, or lie to men and do whatever you can, take advantage of men, has been arrested for fraudulent crimes, it just brought me great joy.
Yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens, buddy. So, yeah.
In other news, in other news, did you hear about the guy? I think he's in Texas.
What about him?
He's dating a single mom, 4 kids.
Okay.
He's the guy who called the real dad. He's the stepdad, well, soon to be stepdad, to these 4 kids.
Okay.
And he called the real father of these kids and told them, "Don't worry, I got your kids. They're my kids now. I'm gonna take care of them."
Oh, he's gonna take care of them?
Yeah, he's like, "I'm stepping up. I got them. You ain't gotta do nothing else."
All right.
Social media had a field day with this dude.
Because he's a sucker. I mean, if you want to step in and play that role, then more power to you. But it doesn't require you to, send out a press release.
Exactly. That was my biggest issue. Is like, why did you have to announce it? Why did you?
I think he wanted to belittle the guy.
In a sense, it sounds like he just wanted to kick this dude in the nuts one last time.
It sounds
just
like
say, "Look, I'll take care of your kids. Don't you worry about it."
Okay, appreciate it.
Facts.
What do you? I mean, I don't know what else to say to that besides
tell that bitch take me on child support. Right, I mean, that would have been my only rebuttal.
Keep me out these courts.
Right.
I mean, they still gonna call me dad.
Right. Like they don't know who he is.
Not like we never met.
Right. But social media lambasted this dude. I mean, they came for his neck. They were like, "Oh, he's the world's biggest simp. He surpassed Derrick Jackson and Russell Wilson on the simp chart."
Surpassed Derrick Jackson.
That's almost impossible. In my opinion, no. He just moved into the number 3 spot. No.
So does he have any? I wonder if he has any kids of his own.
I don't know, but
how they feel about that.
Even if you did, what the hell? What makes you call another man? You're basically inviting one of 2 things. Either this dude is gonna say, "Okay," and not give a fuck and move on with his life, or you're inviting an ass whooping. The heck you mean you got my kids? You gonna take care of my kids? You don't need nothing else from me. Tell you what, stay right there. I'm on my way over. You're inviting an ass whooping.
I got a question for that. What would you think about, say this guy talking about has children of his own?
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel if his biological children sued him for resources? Since he's dead set on spending those resources on 4 other children that don't share his DNA. Interesting thing to think about. I'm just throwing that out there just to say, let's think about that for a second.
That's an interesting possibility. I'm pro man. I usually do anything. I root for the guy in every stage, every aspect. I always root for the guy. But in this instance, once he took on that simp role, I feel like, nah, you lose the support of the male community. So I would laugh wholeheartedly. It would bring me great joy to know that his kids are like, whoa. Before you go spreading ours around, you need to do something over here.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do anything but laugh. I wouldn't feel any way about it at all. I would just laugh. I would be amused. Now I will say, you brought this on yourself. You want to take on this woman and her 4 illegitimate kids? Knock yourself out. Why on God's green earth did you feel the need to announce it through social media? You are cuck of the year. What do you think you're going to gain from this?
I don't know. That's the weird thing about it. That's why you even bringing it up. You just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Do it.
A lot of stepfathers out there that's just doing it. They're not over here looking for a medal or using a greeting card.
Just get the job done.
Do your thing.
But he felt the need to announce to the world that he was stepfather of the year.
That's not to say that all men who are stepfathers are suckers. No, I don't think that at all. I think people go seeking validation in some of the weirdest ways. If you met a woman and she had kids and you wanted to be with her, and those gonna be your stepkids, more power to you. That's cool, whatever. Announcing it to the world because you want people to pat you on the back. All right, man, good.
How little do you have going on in your life that you felt the need to jump on social media and let the world know I'm stepdaddy of the year over here. You can't have anything going on. You can't really be doing much of anything if you felt like this was a good move. If you felt like this was the thing to do, to tell people I'm stepping up and taking on this dude's kids and he ain't got to do nothing no more. I got him.
So, interesting dynamic there. Personally, I think that's what you want to do, and do it. Shut up about it.
All right.
Go pay for them kids, and
hopefully they
grow up
don't niggas your ass.
Hopefully, you don't marry this chick and then she divorces you, and then because you decided to proclaim you were stepdaddy of the year, and now you're on child support for 4 children you didn't produce.
Facts. Now, if that happened again, I'd laugh. It would bring me great joy. I'd be amused.
And you have to wonder, how many licks does it take to get to the center for Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop? You're a fucking sucker. And that's what happens to suckers. Yeah. Anyway. Enough about that bullshit. We don't have a whole lot of time, so
it's actually gonna be a very short show because I got shit to do today.
Talk about jealousy today, and is it necessarily, bad? I mean, one would say that if people aren't jealous of you, you're doing something wrong.
You hear that?
On the other hand, I can do it all without all the negativity. I don't know if people would be jealous of me for anything, but I mean, I don't see a reason why. I mean, I don't feel like I'm doing anything, except for the voice thing. I don't feel like I'm doing anything that someone else couldn't do if they were just willing to work hard. So jealousy is kind of like, to me, in my opinion, is one of those things where you just, what's the point? You're wasting energy that you could be putting forth your own goals.
Yeah.
I see some of the just people in the world, well-to-do people, and I'm not jealous of them. I'm just like, bravo. He found a way to do, you know what I'm saying? Like Elon Musk or something. You know what I mean? He found his niche, and he was able to generate a lot of money doing it. Congratulations. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go find my thing and go do that.
Facts.
And the goal isn't to be, for me, the goal isn't to be like uber rich. It's just more so to just be free. I don't have to be like ridiculously filthy rich to do that. So
I want fuck you money, where I could just tell you fuck you and just walk off into the sunset like the dude from The Incredible Hulk, where they play the sad music while I walk away. That shit.
I'm gonna find that shit.
That's fuck you. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's fuck you money right there. They say, you brought up an interesting point. You said that people say that if they're not hating on you, you're doing something wrong. I always kind of thought it was the opposite of that. Like that whole real killers move in silence kind of thing, where you could be making all the moves in the world, but I just don't feel the need to announce it to the world. Like, let's be honest, man. Did anybody really know who Jeff Bezos was before he got divorced?
Before he got divorced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
People did. You didn't?
No.
No, I know. I knew who Jeff Bezos was a long time ago.
Nope. Couldn't
when Amazon first came to be. I didn't know who he was before that. But.
Nope. Couldn't pick him out of a lineup before he got divorced. Before the whole divorce thing, and it cost him $33 billion and all that. I couldn't have picked him out of a lineup. It wouldn't have bothered me. Because I feel like you can do some things in silence. Not everything needs to be announced, like the fool who announced that he's going to be stepdaddy of the year. You can move in silence and you can have your success and you can fly completely under the radar. Like the Forbes put out the 50 richest people on the planet every year.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the top 3, can anybody really name anybody else on that list? No, because they move in silence. They don't let everybody know what they are, what they're doing, or who they are. So it's simple. Fly.
I agree with you.
Me personally, I just believe in flying under the radar. So when people say, if they ain't hating on you, doing something wrong, well, actually I'm doing something right because I'm staying out of the public eye.
That's my opinion, but I'm just, you know, I think it speaks to who we are as men, that we don't go around just, you know, blindly hating on somebody because they have something that we don't. You know, I think real men see, you know, something like that, and it just makes them work harder.
That's where I was going to go with this next. Jay-Z had the best line on earth. He says, males shouldn't be jealous. That's a female trait. But you mad because he pushed dimes and you mad because you push dimes and he sell weight? That's the greatest line on earth. Why? Because it spoke to general nature of people, of men. You shouldn't be jealous of the next man. Nigga, use that as motivation. I tell people all the time, I see somebody doing better than me. I use that as motivation. I will outwork you. You got me this time, I'll get you next time. You may have it better than me now. Give me 5 years, I'll catch up. And in 6 years, I'll surpass you. That's motivation to me. I don't think a man should ever be like, look at this nigga over here doing that. I hate to see that. That is a female trait for real. And I'm not being misogynistic or anything else in this instance, but I'm just simply saying, I've seen women hate on other women just because they came into the club with a nicer dress than they had on. For men to do that to me, or for a man to do that, to hate on another man, to me, in my opinion, that's a feminine ass trait. You look soft to me. When you mad at a dude because he got something you don't have, maybe he had an opportunity you didn't have. Maybe he had better luck than you. Maybe he was just in the right place at the right time and got lucky. It just wasn't your day that day. We all have our days. I walked in places and I just happened to walk in, and fortunately got this offer, got this opportunity. If you were in my position, you would have taken it and ran with it too. So I don't know. To me, it irritates me for a man to demonstrate soft ass emotions like that.
You know, what it is, you know, we all have, you know, our battles in life, but what you need to understand is there isn't too much of anything that you can't overcome. For some people, I think therapy is required. For some, it's just, you know, they need to find what motivates them. And me, it's just I work around like each, like I got, you know, I wear many different hats, so it's like
literally and figuratively.
Yes. So for me, it's like when I'm at one job, I know there isn't anything here that if I choose to do so, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with my other jobs. It's just a matter. There's people who are at a certain level, and when you start out, you're at the bottom. But just because you're at the bottom, if you put in the work, you can get there. It's not impossible. It's not like fake doors. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, come on down, get fake doors. You know what I'm saying? It's like, won't open, won't open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can see like if you was having issues like that. But I can go from making 50 to 100,000 to making 7 figures a year, and the blueprint is there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to put the work in, you got the clientele. You can go from here to there. But that's the work, and nobody over here is going to be jealous of you because you put the work in, because they're going to see you put the work in and be like, well, if I put the work in also, I can also achieve. And I think that's the attitude that most people should have.
Absolutely.
It's like, oh, he did it, which means
shit, I can do
it too.
Yeah.
You know, if I want to put the work in. Mm-hmm. It's those who don't want to put the work in.
Exactly.
Those who want to sit there and wait for someone to hand them some shit. Mm-hmm. That those are the ones that I gotta say, I need y'all to get away from me, because y'all are gonna sink this ship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether you mean to or not. Probably you mean to sink it, but I'm saying in some cases, some people can be just difficult. Some people can just blow something up and it's completely unintentional. It's just who they are, you know.
Right.
But in most cases, you know, if you try, I don't need. It's hard enough trying to go through life without people throwing rocks at you. Why you know what I'm saying? You got to duck all kinds of stuff, and on your rise to the top, there's no more. There's no reason to add, you know, fuel to the fire, you know, so to speak. But hey, you know, that's the world we live in, and I think a lot of it falls back on another subject we've talked a lot about, which is entitlement. You know, people believe, like, in their minds that this person, like, how can you justify seeing somebody who worked really hard, like take Jeff Bezos, for instance, right?
Okay.
All right, like, how can you say, like, he shouldn't be worth what he's worth when he's the one that built it?
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's,
you know what I mean? Like, he did point. That. You know what I'm saying?
From the ground up.
Yeah, from starting from working out his garage to, you know, a multi-billion-dollar company. You know what I mean? It's like, how could you sit there and act like, oh, he's undeserving of that?
Right.
That's completely untrue, because he made it. You know what I'm saying? And if you made your version of, you know, Amazon, you know, or if you built your version of YouTube, and, you know, 10 years from now you sitting on B's, who's to say to come around and be like, you know, you're undeserving or something?
Absolutely.
Like, who are y'all? Like, and what happened to you that made you think this way?
Absolutely.
To try to just, you know, people who want to take, you know, just want to sit around, do nothing, be lazy, and then see somebody actually out there grinding, working hard to build up their business to what it is, and then you turn around and act like they shouldn't have it. You know, come on.
You should do some serious soul searching and reflecting. You need some reflection time. You need to go look at yourself in the mirror and figure out, how the fuck did how did I get here? How did I become this bitch ass hater that I am today? That's real. I got a partner, literally, and it's this dude. No matter what he gets, no matter what he achieves, he looks at the next person and has a problem if they do anything on the same level or better than him. He has a problem with it. If they buy a house, he's like, he'll start hating on something about the house. They buy a car, he'll start hating on the car. And it's like, dude, you just bought a car 6 months ago. I'm just saying, you know, your car, it drifts a little bit in the other lane. You're like, dude, fuck off. Get out.
Go get a wheel on.
Get out. Just get out.
What are you talking about?
The point is that no matter what he achieves, he's never happy with what he has.
Well, that would be good if he wasn't focused on the next man. That's the thing. He lacks focus. Truth be told.
It's that entitlement. He feels that he has, you shouldn't have anything better than he has. It's a little disturbing, actually. I think you might be a sociopath. Something. You might kill me in my sleep or something.
Clearly, there are thousands of people doing better than him. Does he hate on all of them?
Probably. He's a miserable motherfucker.
Well, there he is, right there. He's a miserable person. So why would he expect? You know what I mean? It's just like, why would he expect if he's focused on what other people got, and instead of just focusing on what he can do and what he should be doing? Then
right. The point, it's just some people are just born, that song, Born to be Wild, born to be miserable, motherfucker. You're just miserable, and something's wrong with you. You need, like I said, you need some serious self-reflection. You need to take a step back, step outside of yourself and look, do some real in-depth soul searching and figure out, how the hell did I get here? When nothing makes you happy, or you aren't happy when other people are happy or successful or achieve something. It's like you said, you got the guy who graduated high school, went to college, finished college, started working a 9 to 5, worked his way up, and now he's captain of industry, chief operations officer for a major Fortune 500 company. But you dropped out in the 3rd grade. You can't be mad at this motherfucker. How dare you have the nerve to say anything about anything that he's achieved? You can't say anything. You can't be the fat guy at the gym mad at the bodybuilder. The bodybuilder put the work in. The guy who went to college and worked his way up, he put the work in. Get off your ass. If you want that, put the work in. Hard work pays off. If you're not willing to do that, shut the fuck up. Stay in your lane. I guess that's the popular phrase. Stay in your lane. You don't drive over here. This is for Teslas and Ferraris. You're over here with the Hyundais and the Corollas, nigga. Stay in your lane. You can't keep up. We're doing $120 over here. Stay in your lane.
We got ticket money over here, homie. Oh, man.
So, I guess, I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's just me. The short, sweet of it.
Yeah, with dealing with people is, you just never know. I mean, who's this? How would you even know that somebody is jealous of you? Like, how would you even be aware of that? Somebody who's on real things, doing real things. I don't even think the thought crosses their mind.
It does. Here's what I've picked up on it, not in the moment, because I'm moving. I'm constantly moving. Like I tell people, I don't have cable now. One, I don't need it. And two, I don't get to watch fucking TV. I don't sit still long enough to watch TV. I don't have enough time in the day to sit down and be like, I'm gonna watch this. If I get to watch one show a day, I'm like, one episode, I'm happy. That was a good day. That means I had some downtime, but I'm constantly moving every single day. I can tell you my day mapped out from start to finish. So I don't have time to sit down and watch TV. But in the moment, you talk about how do you know if somebody's hating on you? In the moment, I don't notice it. I'll just keep pushing, or I'll shrug it off and keep going. Later on, I may reflect. It may be days later, weeks later. A couple of times it's been years later, and I've been like, that motherfucker was hating. You motherfucker. Now I got a whole attitude because I'm like, this motherfucker was hating on me. Like I told you about the partner who hates on everybody else. He'll just little snide comments that you don't pick up on because you don't pay attention to. Because you're moving. You're constantly going. And plus, if you're pumped up because of something you got going on, you're like, hey, I'm not letting your negativity bring me down. In the words of Rock, who's not here today, that negativity. I'm not letting you bring me down. I'm happy. And then you pick up on something he said maybe months later, you'd be like, that motherfucker was hating. You little bitch.
Well,
I hope you get hit by a bus, bitch.
I don't even think about them, man.
I do.
I wish no bad on people.
I do.
I don't. I need you in that space so I know what I'm doing is right.
Nope. I wish you all the bad in my Dave Chappelle voice. I hope all the bad things happen to you and only you. I want all that shit to happen to you. And plus, I pay attention to it because I know not to fuck with you. I've cut off so many people in the last couple of years, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't give a fuck. I'm cool in the crowd. I'm cool by myself. I cut off so many people because I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. I see how you get down. You got some real hate in you, some real, again, Rock negativity. I can't be around you. You gonna mess up what I got going. So.
There it is, people. There it is. And even for the people who aren't necessarily jealous, we see you too. We know you don't mean it's no damn good.
Right.
So, really for the younger folks, man, stay on your grind, stay on your purpose, do your thing, find out what you're good at, and find a way to charge people for it.
Facts.
That's the real, man, because you're never going to get around jealousy. That shit is always going to be there. Actually, it's a good way to measure your level of success. How many people you got hating on you?
There you go.
Indiscriminately. People you really don't even talk to. People you don't even deal with like that. People who don't even know what you got going on or like how much work you do put in, people don't know. People don't. They're not gonna go work hard. I've noticed that like a lot with, you know, like the job that I have now, where there were times where, you know, they would be hiring and they were looking to the people who already work there to find, you know, the right people to fill these positions. So when I would go to people and say, hey, we're hiring, you know, these are people who ain't working.
Yeah.
And these people's response was, well, I don't want to do that kind of work.
Okay.
Well, okay, that's cool. I don't want to do this kind of work either, but it's a job and it's paying.
And it pays well.
And I understand that you don't want to do the work, but who the hell wants to go to work that's not working for themselves? That's what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get where you're going.
I'm saying, clarify for the people out here. Who wants to go to work? Nobody. But you go because, I don't know, you want to provide for yourself and your family, you know.
I like things, motherfucker.
Yeah, I like, you know, this house is not baller. You know what I'm saying? It's not a baller ass crib, but it's my crib. You know what I'm saying? And I worked hard to get it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what would it be like for somebody to walk in here and be like, man, this crib ain't all that. Let me have it. You know what I'm saying? And didn't put in any work to get it, you know. I'd burn this motherfucker down before I let y'all have it. Shit, with you in it.
Straight up. Duct tape
before I let that happen, you crazy as hell. But you go on and on and on and on, man, about this subject because honestly, I feel like if you're a person sitting there in your jealousy, then that's some energy you could have put forth towards your goals.
Absolutely. The time you
joke's on you.
Big facts. Big facts. The time you spent the time you wasted just hating, jealous, envy, that why he got that and I ain't got that. The fuck is the matter with you? That time you could have been spent with a pen and a pad of paper trying to come up with the next $1 billion idea. That was time you could have spent trying to figure out how to hone your craft or figure out, do something that, like it, you could have improved yourself in some way, shape, form, or fashion in that time. Jealousy can also come in another aspect. Jealousy can come in, I don't want you to do what I'm doing, so I'm not going to help you.
There's that.
I told this story on one of our previous shows. There was a dude who hit me up probably a couple months back. And he's a good friend. I hadn't talked to him in a while, though. And he was like, hey, man, I want to do the podcast thing. It's like, do it. Do it. He was like, yo, would you mind helping me? Like, talking to me, giving me pointers. I was like, I'll give you what I can. Because I don't do the technical side of this shit at all. I don't know nothing about that. I do the other side. He was like, and we rapped for about an hour. And afterwards, he said, hey, man, thank you. I really appreciate it. He said, I reached out to other people and they wouldn't even help me. He's like, they wouldn't even help me get started. It's just like, why? Are you that insecure? Are you worried that they're going to surpass you? And if they do, great. Now you can take pride in their success. You can say, hey, I put you on. Take me with you.
Right.
That's how relationships foundations are built.
But isn't that weird, though? That's strange because, you know, we, you know, been doing this for, you know, not a long time, but, you know, a certain amount of time. And if someone else was to, you know, do this type of stuff and they were saying, hey, can you help? Yeah, sure. I mean, I help you as best as I can. You know, what time I have, you know, I talk you through certain things or whatever. And through doing that, we can lift each other up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might be tapped into a market that doesn't know about this.
Exactly.
And then, you know what I'm saying, I might be able to plug you into like my market and then we can, you know, cross things up. But I think people like are so concerned about, like you said, being surpassed that they're willing to shoot through their own foot to get to the foot of the person that, you know what I'm saying, they feel like might pass them up. Right. And I think that's silly. That's stupid. That's a waste of energy.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, there's enough paper out here for everybody.
And that's the moral of the story. There's enough
Just
for
gotta put your
everybody.
name on it. That's all.
There's enough for everybody to eat.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it.
Clearly, in America, shit, most of the people here are obese anyway.
This is seriously the land of opportunity for a reason. They call it the land of opportunity. You can, when a basic bitch with a GED can step out here and become a social media influencer, you can't tell me there ain't no. This is literally the land of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
When this bitch can make $1 million doing makeup tutorials, showing you dumbos how to put on eyeshadow.
More power to you.
How the fuck do you know how to put on eyeshadow? But when she can make $1 million teaching you how to put on eyeshadow,
More power to her. Or him.
you
whatever.
have no reason to hate. If you hate, it's because you're lazy. That's all it is.
Pretty much.
If you're a hater or you're jealous or anything of that nature, it's because you're lazy.
That's all there is to it.
There you go.
Jealousy is a crutch for the lazy. Just put that on the t-shirt.
There it is. Shout out to
Shout out to Chris.
yeah, shout out to Hippie Unicorn. We're gonna put that on the t-shirt.
Jealousy is a crutch for the lazy.
So if you hating on the next man, if you're angry about something somebody else has, you're a man or a woman, and you're angry about something they have, it's because you're too lazy to get off your fat fucking ass and go get it for yourself. So get off your fat fucking ass and go get it for yourself. And yeah, that's it. I'm good. I gotta go.
Well, whoever watches this, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we're gonna try to come back and do some more shows here in the not too distant future. You know, the more time we spend doing this stuff, the better we get. You know, the more entertaining we can be, and hopefully next time everybody can make it. This time was one of those times where, you know, schedules just didn't line up right. At least we thought it was going to, but
Shit
you know,
happens.
Cookie is off
Getting
on her refurbishment journey, and I don't know where Rock is tonight. He's doing something.
It's the meme at the top. This what Cookie remember.
Kind of look like her a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit with the hair.
Just
Cookie,
having a little fun.
Cookie,
We
we
love
poking.
Cookie.
We just poking at you. But yeah,
That's
that's
gonna come back to this mug married and shit.
yeah. No
She's
comment.
gonna be getting married on a yacht somewhere.
Yeah, there you go.
Miami.
We can't wait to see what the cheeks look like when you make it back to the show, Cookie. If you make it back. Them cheeks might heal up. You go to Walmart and be like, like he said, married on a yacht in Miami. We may never see Cookie again. So hopefully you bring the cheeks back one more time before you get swept off your feet.
Tag moves, bro.
Are you playing the fucking walking away music from The Incredible Hulk? You ain't shit. Anyway. Anyway, signing off. Thank you for being here.
Philly dude, man.
Like we said, this is a short show for the people today. I got a million things. This one's on me. I was late getting here and I'm gotta go. So this is a short show. Sorry about that, people. Hopefully next time we'll be the part of the crew will be back. Cookie's gonna be out for a while with the recovery. So we'll be back.
But we'll be live and exclusive when she comes back, though. It's just a matter of time now.
With the cheeks.
Yep. So, till the next time, y'all. Peace. Ooh.